everyone. Happy Monday. It's 2 minutes till 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK. I thought we'll start the week right by chatting to an awesome drummer who's also a producer and an engineer as well. It's nearly 9 o'clock in the evening in Manila. I hope some of you, my dear friends, are joining us live, watching us live from Manila, especially my dear friend BFF Gilbert, because he's a massive fan of our guest's band as well. So hope you're. I also want to dedicate this to all my dear Filipino new wavers, my fellow new wavers in Manila and all over the world. Because I mean, this is really massive for us. When I got his email address, I didn't think he'd reply and say yes to the show, but I was really surprised. I'm so honored that he said yes, he'd agreed to do Ask the Drummer, and is here. I'm so happy about that. So, my dear friends, please welcome Patrick Hannan. Yay!
Hello, hello.
I should have asked you first. Hannan? Hannan?
Hannan.
Hannan,
It's
yeah.
an Irish name.
Hannan.
Hello, Anne. Hello, people in Manila. Amazing.
Yeah, yes. And so it's Patch and not Patrick.
Generally, everyone calls me Patch. Yeah, it's
Okay, yeah. How are you?
good, very good. Yeah.
And that's your studio there. It looks
So this
fantastic.
is my studio. I've got a drum kit at home, and I can do recording at home as well. I've got a room.
Yeah.
But this is my good friend who I went to school with. He's got this building, and he offered me this space, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's got a little control room. We did a bit of sound work,
Yeah.
with some stuff to make it sound good. But I've got my drums set up here, and we can do full band recording and rehearsals.
Oh, brilliant.
It's
Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah, I love it.
But I believe your brother's got a studio as well.
He used to have a studio.
He used to have a studio.
He had a studio not far from here. It was called Blar Street Studios, and that shut. Yeah, it hasn't had it for a long time. Studios kind of commercial studios hit a bit of a problem in the early 2000s because lots of things changed with technology. Everyone could do their stuff, work on laptops.
Yeah.
But we'd done a lot of stuff there over the years in the late 90s. I was just talking. I was with Dave Catlin Birch yesterday, and we were talking about when he came down there.
All right. Okay. Well, before we actually continue, I just want to say a massive shout out to Billy Reeves, because
Absolutely.
yeah, I hope he's watching us, because I also wanted to get him on the show as well, because I didn't know this. I met him 2 years ago at Glasgow's Pop, and I didn't realize that he's actually a drummer.
He is a drummer, yeah. Although I drummed on one of his, not the last album, the album before, I did one track called Steve.
Yeah.
He just gave me the track and asked me to drum on it, so I did that. But he doesn't really drum on it on his own stuff.
Yeah.
But he used to be fairly local to us, just down in Egham,
Right.
with a couple of bands.
Yeah, when I found out about it, I messaged him and gave him the information, and then he suggested you should contact Patch Hannan as well from the Sundays. And
Really?
as soon as he said the Sundays, I was like, "Oh my god!" I can't believe it. And I said, "But he's big. He's not going to say yes to Ask the Drummer." But so thank you so much. Thank you.
I know it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so welcome to Ask the Drummer. Episode 209 is all about you, Hannan. I've Googled where you're from, so it says that you're from, is it Leamington in Hampshire? Is that
I was born in Leamington in Hampshire. I still live in Hampshire, but northeast up near. The only place people tend to know is a place called Fleet Services, which is on the M3.
Oh, okay.
It's because everyone passes it, so it's kind of like a well known. And all of my five children, they're all grown up now, but they've all worked there at one time or another.
For fleet services. Oh,
Yes.
oh
So
God.
me and my partner Sarah want a plaque up there just to show that. To,
Oh, right. Okay. So, because one thing I like about, because I'm originally from the Philippines, so I don't really know. I mean, I've been living here for 30 years now, but I'm still interested in all these different places in the UK. So I've Googled it, especially the famous people from other parts, because
right.
you heard about Manchester and Liverpool. So
Yeah.
apparently, the most famous person from, or the most famous musician from Leamington is Birdie, and yourself, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Birdie's born in Leamington. So
I did not know that.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
and there's you and a couple of jazz, I think, musicians that I've not heard of. So, but
Right.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
what was Leamington like when
Oh,
you?
well, I moved away from there when I was about 4. So,
Oh,
but my grandparents had a house just near there, so we used to go back quite a lot, um,
yeah,
just to stay there and to help with the garden. I had a huge garden there, so it's a beautiful part of the country. Yeah,
yeah.
really really lovely. Um, but yeah, I haven't.
Music scene. What about the music scene?
I don't think there is a music scene there, to be honest. I think you have to go either to Southampton. Southampton's not too far, so you'd have
Oh,
to go there. There's a few gigs there, um, which we used to play.
yeah. Oh, so it's not far from Southampton because they do lots. There's a festival, I think. Because yeah, is it
And it's not
Victorious?
far from the Isle of Wight as well, so you can jump on a ferry from
Yeah,
Lymington
yeah,
over to the Isle of Wight, be there in like half an hour. And
right.
I think Isle of Wight Festival is in a couple of weeks
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
next week.
that's brilliant.
My
Yeah.
son
Um,
Finn's working on that. He's working on the stage there, so yeah, I think it's coming up.
well, you're obviously from a musical family because we've mentioned your brother who used to have a studio there, and I think you're called the Fabulous Flying Hannan Brothers.
Yeah, that was what Billy Reeves called us. He used to, we had to do all the demos for the audience when he asked me to join the audience, and we started doing demos at my brother's studio to get a deal. And
Yeah.
then we ended up doing some of the album there, but all of the B-sides, we'd go and do all the B-sides, because back in the 90s, B-sides was a big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you'd
Like
have
12-inch and 7-inch, so you've got to have.
on CD, what they would do they would release the single first week, and you could put 3 B-sides on it, and then
Yeah.
the next week you'd release the same single again, but with 3 different B-sides. So you'd need actually 6 B-sides.
Oh,
So we did a lot of business because people didn't want to pay a lot of money to get those done, but we wanted to be of a certain quality, and
yeah,
you couldn't record things at home back then very
yeah.
easily,
No,
maybe on a 4-track.
yeah. Anybody else from your family that's also in the music industry? Or
No, there's no one else. My a very old Uncle Francis, used to play pub piano in Poole in the 50s and 60s.
okay,
Um, but apart from that,
it's
not
just you and
really.
your brother. Why drums? I mean, has it always been your main instrument, or did you try to learn other musical instruments before? Okay.
Um, I've always played a bit of guitar, and I've actually dug into that a bit more, mainly just strumming, acoustic sort of drummer guitar.
Yeah.
I played guitar like a drummer,
Okay.
um, but I think probably because my brother Nick played bass, it was sort of made sense to have a rhythm section.
Oh, yeah,
We used to play in the church as well. That's where we learned a lot um, of how to play.
yeah.
But the drummer in his band, Lindsay, who you'll find credited as the tambourine player on the first two Sundays albums.
Uh-huh.
He taught me to play drums,
Oh,
and he kind of tricked me. And I was trying. My dad said, if you take lessons for a year, I'll buy you a drum kit. So Lindsay offered to do it. I thought it was very kind of him. But then he was teaching me all this how to read music and and it was all just on a snare drum, and there was a lot of that sort of stuff. And I
yeah.
realized he was trying to get out of the school brass band and was trying to get me to replace him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I was like, oh, okay, right. I didn't stay in the brass band very long. I wasn't,
Okay.
but it gave him an exit plan anyway.
Yeah.
But I used to dep in for him with my brother's band, Jiminy. They might have popped up on the Google search, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we used to. Um, there was one time when Lindsay, who was the drummer, slipped over and broke his arm, so I took over on the tour and did the rest of the tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. So your parents are actually very supportive. It's not like you have to ask them, because some of the drummers, they have to like beg their parents to buy them a
That's
drum.
true. That's true. Yeah, he was he stuck by his word. I did a year's worth of lessons, and then we went down. We had an amazing music shop in Fleet, which was where I was brought up in
Yeah.
Hampshire, called Kingfisher Music, and we'd all save up our money and go down there. It had incredible guitars and drums and keyboards. It was sort of a destination music shop. I think that
Yeah.
inspired quite a few local bands in the area, of which I was generally usually in about 3 or 4 of them at the same time, because there weren't that many drummers. So my dad took me down to Kingfisher and we picked a Premier Club. Don't know if you know the Premier
Yeah.
range of drums.
Yeah.
Premier
Yeah.
Club, and it had what's called concert toms. So it's just had the top head on the tom, not a bottom head.
Right.
Just 3 toms, kick drum. The Premier Club snare, I later got endorsed by Yamaha, but I kept using that Premier Club snare because it was so good. It was very basic
Yeah.
chrome snare, but it just sounded amazing. And it ended up getting stolen.
Oh.
Sadly, otherwise I'd still be using it. And I'm thinking I've been looking around because they're not so really expensive. They're like a couple of £100, I think, if you find one.
You've not found it on eBay, so like snare drum by Patch Hannan.
Sterling, like the Paul McCartney Hofner bass.
Yeah.
I wish.
Even if it's not expensive, as long as they mention that it's yours, then they'll just sort of like go up in value. And
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? But I ended up playing Yamaha. I went and bought a Yamaha kit. I did it. So the reason I changed my kit was that I was in the Sundays, and I still had the Premier Club, and we did a John Peel session. Went into Maida Vale Studios, and it's obviously like one of the best studios in the UK.
yeah,
Particularly back then, it was kind of that and Abbey Road. So it's pretty high spec. And we had the drummer for Mott the Hoople was the producer. What was his name? Someone will tell us what his name.
yeah. I can't really sort of like get.
Anyway, we did the session, which was fine. We ended up doing only 3 tracks that went out on John Peel, but afterwards he sent me a letter, like a handwritten letter, which I haven't got. anymore. And he just said, "Oh, I enjoyed the session. I liked your drumming, which was really nice." And then he said, "Look, you really do need to upgrade your drum kit." And he gave me a few options of different things, just advice, just really nice
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Sorry, I got the name. It's Buffin.
sorry,
Buffin. Drummer is Buffin.
Boffin.
Buffin. Is that that's Joe McCagney actually, who's also a drummer. Thank you for saying that. So it's Buffin. What's I don't know. Joe.
No,
Oh,
Dale Griffin.
Dale Griffin. Okay.
Dale
Sorry,
Griffin was the guy.
Dale Griffin.
He died a few years ago, but
I
and
was
I
gonna
never.
say, yeah, I thought,
Yeah,
yeah.
um, but yeah, was that his nickname, Boffin?
Could be. Yeah, it could
Maybe.
be the nickname. Yeah. So, because Joe is also a drummer, so he knows his stuff. So, yeah. So,
Right.
Joe from Liverpool. Um, yeah. So, you got Yamaha then to
I got.
upgrade
I
your
went.
kit.
I was living in London, and we just went to the music shop in Camden, and I just bought a kit, and it only had a. It came with a. It was the Yamaha 9000, made in Japan. I've still got it. I've got this is a different kick drum. The kick drum I got then was only a 20-inch, which I used for all of the Sundays recordings and in tours back then. This one's a 22, a Maple Custom,
Yeah.
which they sent me later.
Hello. Hello. Sorry, we lost him. We lost him there. uh, I think I don't know what happened, but I think we've lost.
Drums. I
Oh,
think.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Back?
you. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what happened,
Um,
but yeah, I think it's because well, Joe McCagney actually he said that yeah, his nickname is Buffin, and
okay.
he did a few Bill sessions with him as well with Dale Griffin. So
Right. Yeah, he was a producer there for quite a while, I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, the Yamaha kits. So I was using the one that I bought for a long time, but I did get I ended up getting a endorsement with Yamaha. So I started getting other stuff. I've got two really nice brass snares and
yeah,
a wood custom snare.
yeah.
But they sent me the best time to ask for an endorsement is if you're about to do a TV show. So we were going to do Tier 5 Friday, and I needed a kit, so I asked them. They literally put one in a van and sent it to the studio.
Well, yeah. I always ask the guests if the endorsement is it really because you're being endorsed by say Yamaha.
Mhm.
Do you believe that it's actually the best one for you, or it's because they're endorsing you that you've got to say that it's the best kit that you've got?
So I don't know about anyone else, but when I was trying to decide which kit to buy, my favorite band at the time was called Micro Disney.
Oh yeah,
Sean O'Hagan, Cuttle Coughlin.
oh, yeah, yeah,
Coughlin's now dead, but I've got to know Sean now. But I saw them at the Mean Fiddler, and it must have been late '80s, and this is why endorsements work as well, because I saw them and it was the best live drum sound I'd ever heard, and it was a Yamaha kit. It had Yamaha written on it. So when I went to buy a kit, I said I want a Yamaha kit, and that's what I got. And later, I got the endorsement because I still like Yamaha kits. So I think sometimes maybe drummers get offers, but they're not going to use a kit that they don't like. I don't think just because it's free.
Okay, yes, of course. But it's good though, because at least you don't have. I mean, it's good that you like Yamaha, but then you don't have to pay for it because they're gonna give it to you for free.
Yeah, well, it's technically a loan.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it's been
Right. So well, let's go back to when you started playing drums. Because you mentioned Jim Jiminy, and
yeah.
that's where I think Harriet Wheeler was the singer.
She would. That's a slight misconception. Um,
Oh,
she never played in Jim Jiminy. We had a band. The reason the way I met Dave and Harriet was my brother's band. The two of the other members of the band before they were Jim Jiminy went off to university, and what the lead singer Kevin went to Bristol University, and um, so Nick, well, he just had a job back in Fleet. He thought, well, I'll just move to Bristol, get a job there, and then we can continue making music. So he moved to Bristol. He got a flat with Kev, and we used to go down at weekends and see them and go to parties there. And because Kev was at university and Dave and Harriet and Paul were at Bristol University, they got to know each other. And then when I went down to visit, I just sort of hang out with them. So that's
yeah,
how we all met.
but
Not
not they weren't part of Jim Jiminy.
They
Then
weren't
it,
part of Jim Jimmy, and Harriet did sing with, and I did. I think we did one. We only did one gig, and that wasn't even in Bristol. I think it was in Farnborough, with Harriet singing, and I was playing drums, and Kev and Nick were on bass and keys or guitar.
yeah, yeah.
But that's where it's all come from.
That's right. Okay, but on Discogs, there's another band. I think this was the first one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's one called Butch Minds the Baby, or it used to be Zaz turned blue. Now,
Yes, yeah,
this is really good because it's there's a compilation album because I think it's part of the Plastic Head Records. So they
right,
released the compilation album, and it's called Beyond the Fence the begins to start. And I looked up same old song, your song, on YouTube, and I thought, wow, this is something that we the Filipinos will love. But
really,
I'm surprised that it didn't reach us because a lot of these, so like we call it new wave
yeah.
songs from the UK reached us. But then when I got here, I realized that they're not even, a lot of the British people have not heard of them. So I'm surprised that this didn't reach us. Same old song.
The same old song. Yeah, that was so. Uh, they had been called Zaz Turn Blue, um, and then they asked me that their drummer left, or that they asked me to join, and they said we want to change the name. So we all came up with different names, and I went through a Runyon book and found a short story called Butch Minds the Baby,
Yeah,
and suggested it, and they liked that, so we did that for a while.
yeah,
But I think because that was a compilation of local bands in the sort of Reading area, I think,
yeah, yeah.
um, and I think my brother's band had a track on that album as well.
I don't really know it most apart from the Jeremiahs. I've heard of the Jeremiahs before.
The Jeremiah's, that was the friend of ours.
Yeah, yeah.
Was in
But the
that.
rest of the bands that was on the compilation album, I've not heard of.
Yeah, you won't have done. They will.
No. No. So what's happened to it then? It didn't last. So it didn't last long.
It didn't last very long.
No.
And then I moved to London and sort of moved from that scene because there was quite a thriving local scene in that area. Lots of gigs, lots of people playing, and there was a couple called Joe Bartlett and Danny
Yeah, from the Blue Train.
from the Blue Train, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and yeah, they still live locally, and they ended up setting up Green Man Festival.
Oh God, yeah, I've heard of that, but it's not running anymore, is it? They don't
It
have
is
the.
it is running, but not with them running it. Different
Oh,
people.
I see.
So they've set up a new festival which I work with them on called The Wake, which is in August.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's and where is it going to be? Is it in? Uh,
It's in a place called Loxwood, which is Green Man. I don't know where Green Man is. That's in Wales,
yeah, yeah.
and The Wake is in Loxwood, which is near Guildford.
I thought I'm like well up when it comes to social media and things. It's probably I've not heard of that
No,
festival before. So is it just starting or has it been
just
running for a while?
this will be the third year, so it's just building up. It's only about 1,000 people at the moment,
Yeah, yeah.
but
The Wake, it's called the Wake
Wake, yeah.
Festival. Okay,
And
I'll
I
look it up.
think the headline this year is going to be Badly Drawn Boy.
Oh, really? Oh,
Hmm.
wow. Yeah, I'll definitely look it up. Because are you playing as the Gymkhana?
Not, I'm going to put it off till next year for the Gymkhana
Oh,
because I'm going to try and get a few festivals for that next
yeah,
year.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
hopefully we'll play next year when the second album comes out. But we're going to talk about
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about the Gymkhana later on because I just really wanted to ask, about the Sundays. I mean, I know there's already lots of articles about it and people, there's like news about it. I've been trying to look for an article that I've read a few years ago. I can't remember now. I think it's from Classic Pop magazine that
it.
Harriet and David they've been interviewed and they've said I don't know if it's like for definite, but they've said something that there's possibly maybe a reunion or they're coming back or whatever or they're still writing music. So this is something that I would really like, and also, I mean, our friends in the Philippines would like to hear about it. And Dixie, a friend of mine, Dixie, and he also said, please ask Patch Hannan if there's going to be a Sundays reunion.
So, without wanting to talk for them at all,
Yeah, yeah,
but I am in touch with them. We've got a WhatsApp group, the band, with
yeah,
Paul as well. We share funny things we find that pop up online. Um, but what I can say is that they've never stopped making music at home, but they've never played live with anything. And over the last couple of decades, I guess, even they've continued to make really good music. And occasionally they've come to before I had the studio. They have been to the studio, and we've done a few bits of drumming here. Before
yeah.
that, we did some at my house when I just set a room up as a studio, and we set up in there and did some drumming. So there is some stuff. Whether they're doing it just for fun, which could be or whether it'll ever get released is out of my
Who knows?
hands.
Wow.
But
But
it does
still,
exist. There is music that exists. I can say that much.
yeah. And they've been to your studio and they've recorded? Have they recorded
Yeah,
some?
we did a bit of recording, and we even had a little. I set it all up, and we had a little play through some of the old album for fun, just for fun, and it was really good. It was good fun. Uh,
Wow. So how is Harriet Wheeler? How's she
they're
doing?
great.
She
Yeah, they live in London still,
yeah.
and they've got a place in Spain, so they're always
Oh
popping
wow.
over there. But yeah, they're just doing what they do in London. Their kids are grown up. They've got two
Yeah, yeah.
kids. One who lives in Bristol. Um,
Because it would be great. I mean, I'm telling you, I've got to say this one here, which is rhythm right here. That album, that's really classic. And I work in a record shop at King B
oh,
Records
okay.
in Chilton. Whenever we get a copy of this, put it on our website, it will be gone by because people really wanted to have a copy of it. And I believe it's been reissued a few times as well.
Yeah, so the last reissue, and I was in contact with someone in Interscope
Yeah, yeah,
in the US. So they put it out there. So I think if you get it over here, it's got to be an import.
yeah.
So it makes it quite expensive
It's
to get
better,
that.
yeah.
They did send us. I was in touch with someone, and I got them to send us some copies over of the first of that record. Of And then I realized that they've released the second album. So I got in touch with someone, the same person, and they said, "Oh no, I've left there now." So I've been trying to track down someone who can, let us know what's going on. It's the
Oh, I see. Right. So it's not really the Sundays themselves, or so it's a record company who's
record company has totally
yeah,
just done it
releasing.
off their own back. Yeah.
What's how did because like surely they will ask the performers or the musicians first or the bands before they release something.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
But um, whatever the whatever the contractual situation is, which I have no idea about. I was never involved in that.
yeah.
It seemed to be doing that, or
Oh, I see. Right.
so
So yeah, yeah. What about when it was released as a record store day in 2018?
was
Because
it?
yeah, yeah. It was one of the releases for Record Store Day, and I think that's so it's sold out immediately. And every time it gets reissued, you
Yeah,
won't find more copies of it because, and then you look for it online on eBay, it'll be like hundreds of pounds. I mean, we get it. We're very good with prices, so
like
we
a
yeah,
couple of years ago, I got a message from Jeff Travis from Rough Trade,
trade. Yeah, yeah.
who I'm I'm still in contact with a little bit. Um, he sent me a message saying the wife. I have to get this right. Jimmy Fallon's wife. You know Jimmy Fallon, the TV host in America.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
His his wife had got in touch, and she had bought a copy of the record and wanted to give it to Jimmy because we were one of his favorite bands on his birthday, and was trying to get it signed by us. So I ended up taking on this small task of them sending me the record. I think maybe from America,
Yeah.
taken up to the rest of the band, and I was about to head off on tour, so I had to whiz around, get it signed by everyone, and then they sent it back to Jeff Travis, and he sent it to Jimmy Fallon's wife.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And she was very thankful, gave £500 to our charity of our choice, which was nice.
Oh wow. Oh, wow. That's incredible. I mean, it's just it just shows how much this album was loved by everyone.
Absolutely, yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know, it's like you when you Google the Sundays, there's always like a comparison with the Smiths. I think it's because after a certain period, because you were only around for about 9 years, I think.
Something
It's
like
less
that,
than
yeah.
10 years. And then that's it, it's all gone. It's like with the Smiths, after a few years, that's it, it's gone. I mean, we all hope that someday you'll come back and do some shows and stuff, but maybe
I've never, I've never stopped hoping. And my partner says, "You got to give it up. It's not going to happen." I said, "It could happen.
it could happen. Yes, that's what.
Just needs a new drum head and that on it." We're,
Well, I'm so glad that you're also,
I'm a fan.
hoping that
That's the
will
thing. Me
happen.
and Paul were always fans of the band.
Yeah.
Uh, we just happened to be in the band as well, so uh, it was a
Wow.
nice experience to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Another thing that I've actually discovered is of course, the most popular and the ones that we really love in the Philippines is a song "Here's Where the Story Ends."
Yeah,
And when I was doing my script for today, I, I just realized I've never seen a copy of that. Not on 7 inch, or I don't know if it's. And then I found out that it wasn't actually released in the UK
it
as
wasn't.
a single.
So Can't Be Sure came out before the
Ah,
album,
yeah,
and that had I Kicked a Boy on the B side. Um, so that was released in '89.
yeah, yeah,
Now, at that point, it was quite unusual for indie bands to get in the top 40 charts over here, and if you did, then it kind of there was some sort of thing that happened when it was about to hit the top 40, and everyone was panicking because it was the first single. It was like they were just
yeah,
panicking that it was going to look like we're just being thrust there by a record company, sort of planted. They wanted it to look a bit more like it was just something
yeah,
that you know happened on its own.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I think they kind of panicked, and then I don't. I'm sure that people wanted "Here's Where the Story Ends" to be a single when the album came out, but it just
Yeah.
never was. I don't think there was another single from the album from that.
No, yeah. No, because I've got a copy of Can't Be Sure. I've found a copy of that before, and I've got 12 inch and a 7 inch as well. But then
Mm,
it's like, how come there's no one? So I looked it up on Discogs. So there are like Australian pressings and
yeah,
French pressing, and
even
the
in
Spanish.
Europe, we went over and we were playing it on TV shows in Europe
Yeah, yeah.
as if it was a single, but it just yeah, it's quite confusing.
And apparently there's a CD single promo in the US as well. So, but not in the UK. So
No,
is it true because the record company is gone bust or something? Or that's why it wasn't
there was
really.
that going on as well at the same time. So after the first album was released,
Yeah.
Rough Trade, at some point, Rough Trade um, did go bust or whatever, bankrupt.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
they
yeah,
obviously have come back since, but at that point, um, Dave and Harriet re-signed for the second album to Parlophone in the
yeah,
UK, and we had already they already had a deal with Geffen in the US, so that just continued. But in the UK, yeah, it changed labels. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
So who has
Maybe they got bust if they released the single.
yeah, well, that's talking about Record Store Day. That would make an amazing
Yeah,
Record Store Day release as the single "Here's Where the Story Ends." So I don't know who's in charge, or maybe I don't know if the band's in charge of it, but whoever has it should really release it as a Record Store Day single for next year.
great. Well, I I did suggest at one point we re-record the first album. I
Oh yeah, yeah.
didn't like that idea because it's in some ways um, there's a lot that some of it's too fast. I mean, it's all too fast when you get to our age anyway. But um, then it's sort of what the Taylor Swift did, re-recorded her whole back catalogue and
Yeah,
then he owned
yes,
it,
that's right.
and then the
Yeah,
songs. So it's a great way of reclaiming um, your own material.
yeah.
Uh, but I think it might end up being a very long process if we did that. So
Oh, I see. Okay, but it's possible.
it's
It's
possible, but
yeah,
maybe another kind of version of it. But
yeah.
that would definitely be something.
Oh
But
wow. That would be amazing. Well, I've seen a photo of you holding a copy of Rhythm Writing at Arithmetic. It's on internet and stuff, and that's what I use for my guest announcement post as well. It looks
I
like you're at a record fair at the time. You know,
think that
you're
was the record fair. Yeah, I think I
yeah,
was there with one of my kids, and we
yeah.
found one, and it was. I should have bought it 'cause it was
Oh,
only about £25 or something.
well, how long ago was it? Was it a few years ago?
It was a few years ago. That was probably about 10 years ago, and it was.
Oh, right.
I have got a few copies of it on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
picture
yeah,
um, with the picture disc versions.
yeah. I wanted to ask you this because I was at a record fair because I do sell records as well at record fairs. I was there I was in Liverpool yesterday. I wanted to ask you though, because if a musician comes, you know, if they go to a record fair and then they find their album there or something, how do you feel about it? Like, especially you know, if it's like, say, they're selling it for about £2 or £3, £4. So, from your experience, I bet it
With
wasn't that
£4, I'll buy as many as I could.
high.
Now,
So you,
I was in Liverpool on Saturday.
all right.
You in
For
Liverpool?
a gig? Is it for a gig or
I was working. I was doing a gig at Jackanda record shop.
Jacaranda? At the Jacaranda?
Jacaranda, Jacaranda.
Oh
And
my
we
god.
did a gig. We did a gig with. I'm doing working with Damien Lewis, the actor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He had an album out, his second album, because he does music as well. Uh, his second album was out on Friday, so we've been doing a few record store gigs with Dave Catlin Birch on bass. Um, so yeah, I was in Liverpool on Saturday. Yeah.
Are you doing a Manchester gig or
Um,
no? I'll look it up. But so it's Damien Lewis is doing
Damien
an
Lewis.
album,
Yeah.
and you're the drummer on this.
I'm not the drummer on it. No, no. I'm just helping him out. It's
Oh, I see.
he's got it was they were just doing it as an acoustic thing. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, well, I'll Google it, and if you're doing a Manchester gig, then I'd be there. I will be there. Wow.
his drummer's too good. He's got a drummer, Will. Um,
Yeah,
but if he falls over, I might jump up there.
you'll be able to. Yeah, you'll be able to do it. Oh wow, that's amazing. Well, going back to Here's When the Story Ends. I mean, I know that you've done lots of things as well with other bands, and of course the Gymkhana, but the, it was covered by Tintin Out and
Mhm.
with I can't remember now. It's a Shelley something. Can't remember the name of the singer, but I've written it down, but I couldn't read my writing. But anyway,
It was a
it's a Shelley, God something. But it won. I found out it won an Ivor Novello Award
really. I
for
didn't.
Best Contemporary Song, and
Wow.
I'm like, you didn't win an award. The Sundays didn't win an award for.
Well, the
Here's
song
When-
they must have done because that's what the Ivan Novello's is. It's songwriting
Yeah,
prize.
it's just
I never knew that.
yeah. It says that. So when they released it, and it got to number 7 in the charts as well,
Yeah.
the UK charts, and it says that Tintin Out won Ivor Novello Award for Best Contemporary Song, and that's
Wow.
surprising. It's not like it's their own, is it?
No, I didn't know that's how it worked.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
yeah. That's really. It should have gone to you. It should have gone to the Sundays, but I suppose because it wasn't
Yeah.
released. Yeah, it wasn't released as a single by the Sundays, and
No.
they did. They released it as a single, so maybe
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. Right. So we'll go now to your other bands after the Sunday. So
Oh,
um, I can't really find any more information about Homer. But is that
so
uh,
Homer was something I did after the Sundays was. Uh, um, kind of Harriet and Dave were kind of they weren't sure. This was after the second album. We finished
Mm.
that, and it kind of finished in a. They were a bit unsure whether they wanted to keep touring because they just had maybe they just had Billy and Char, but they just weren't 100% sure about it. So
Yeah.
I started doing other things at that point. I met a guy called Tim Keegan. We did the band Homer together.
Yeah.
It was we did a lot of gigs, sort of in a Violent Femmes. Me standing up playing brushes, and him on acoustic guitar and both singing.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did a lot of gigs like that. That was good fun. And we had the studio, my brother's studio by then, so we did a lot of stuff in that studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we never. There was a few times when we were close to getting like record deals, but it just sort of never really happened. And then we were Robin Hitchcock's band for a little bit, for a couple of tours and some recordings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
So it's Homer who became his backing band.
well, his backing band was just me and Tim, and then we got a couple of other people in
Okay. Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
it. It was a short period. Um,
Yeah.
but then, yeah, Tim still goes. So Tim, funnily enough, Tim is now in a band with Lindsay, who taught me
Oh.
to play drums.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Lounge. So we're sort of all,
So you're still
sort
sort of connected.
it's all connected. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
you find
So it
that
didn't
when
last long. It didn't last long, Homer, because
a few years maybe,
years.
but we were doing other stuff as well at the same time. So we were
Yeah.
doing other, it wasn't just sort of concentrating on that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then the Sundays got back together and released the third album.
Yes. So at that point, when they were going to record the third album, I was in another band called Star 69 with another YouTuber now. He is a YouTuber now called Warren Hewitt. Have you ever seen Produce Like a Pro?
No, sorry, no.
He pops up. He's an English guy who was a producer in America. If you look up Produce Like a Pro, you'll see him. So he was a friend of mine when we were kids.
Yeah.
He was an amazing guitarist. I joined this band with an American female singer,
Yeah.
Julie Daniels, at the time, and we needed a bass player. So I said to Warren, do you want to give bass a bit of a go? Then you can join this band. And he was like, yeah, okay. So he started playing bass, and then we got an American deal. We got offered an American deal, but it would have meant moving to LA. So I had, and at the same time, the Sundays were saying, let's do a third album. So I had to and then I had, me and my partner had our first child as well. So it was like a lot of going on, and I didn't really want to, take the family off to LA. So I decided to stay in the UK, do the Sundays album, and see what happened with that. So Warren went off to LA, and then the band didn't actually work. They got dropped after a few years, but a couple of years. They did, I think, 2 albums.
Yeah.
But then he became a producer, working with Aerosmith and The Fray, and he had a studio, and then developed this whole other side with the YouTube channel. And now he's moved back in London, so I'm back in touch with him in London now.
Yeah.
So then I was I recorded the drums for the Sundays. Oh, frozen. Okay.
The third one. Yeah.
We recorded the drums at Rack Studios, in London um, over a week or so, and then Harriet and Dave took the drums away and spent a couple of years putting the rest of the album together around it.
Oh, oh, right. And then that's it.
Well, it came out, but by the time it had come out, when it came out, I had joined
Do
Billy
you,
Reeves had asked
yeah,
me to be in the audience, which was a very, very young 17, 18-year-old Sophie Ellis Bextor.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, and then we had a deal as well. We had a
Oh,
deal in the UK. So I was doing that. And at the time I said to them, look, they said, we got this month long tour and we got a TV show, um, TFI Friday,
yeah, yeah,
big live TV show.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then we got a tour, and I said, no, well, it's going to be really difficult. And this, in the end, they got Vinny, who was playing with the Cocteaus at the time, the Cocteau twins.
Yeah, yeah.
He came in and he was going to do the tour with them in the States.
Yeah.
Sort of said I couldn't do it. And he did the video. So if you see the video for Summertime,
Oh, right.
Vinny's in the video.
Yeah, not you.
Hey, I'm playing on it. I'm the drummer on the track, but not in the video. And I get a lot of people very confused about that.
Right. Okay. But it's because you were already at the audience by that time.
I was, yeah, and we were doing quite well. We had 4 top 40 singles and a top 20 album.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was sort of going well. But what happened was then, I'm not sure what happened, but Dave and Harriet got back in touch with me and said, look, we still got this TFI Friday and this tour. We do need you. We'd like you to do it if you can do it. So I kind of said, all right, I think what I did was I got Billy Reeves. We got Billy Reeves to play drums in the audience.
Really?
Again, yeah.
Oh wow!
Because he was playing guitar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he said, "Oh, I'll play." I think that's what happened.
Oh wow!
We got.
I could ask him. I'll make a note of it, and then when he's on the show,
yeah. But then I went to America. We did TFI Friday, and then it was funny enough because I'd just done it with the audience. So within like a couple of months, I did that show with the audience, and then with the Sundays.
And then with the Sundays.
So and then I went to America with them it was the end of, I can't remember what year it was, 96, 7?
97 maybe, or 96. Yeah.
Something like that. So we did that. And then they said, oh, we might have some more touring, and then just no more touring happened. So I went back to the audience and continued with that.
Wow. God, that's amazing. I mean, the first time, I've got to say, I was already living here in 1996.
Right.
I used to watch TFI Friday, but forgive me, it didn't really the audience. I don't remember seeing it. But the first time I've heard about it is when Billy Reeves performed at Glasgow's Pop 2 years ago. That's when, he said that he was in a band with Sophie Ellis Bextor, and he wrote songs for Sophie Ellis Bextor, and I was like, oh wow, that's fantastic. So that's how I got to know about the audience. And Last Night from Glasgow, they reissued it.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and of course your relationship with Last Night from Glasgow is going to continue with your new band.
It is. He's very, very kindly picked up our second album. We put the first album out on Bandcamp with physical copies of it, but which is right there.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he It's the album.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one because I've got that as well. So I'm gonna show it as well. There you go.
Fabulous.
Kana.
Uh,
This one.
yeah. So
This is unusual. If you don't mind me asking, so we're gonna talk about it now. And the thing about it is, the first time I've heard of the Gymkhana, it was Mark Whiteside
yes,
posted it on Facebook. This is Side from Evil Blizzard.
yes.
And he said that he's got this, he's got this new album. Well, there's a new album that he did a collaboration with. And I thought, that's the word Gymkhana itself is like, what is it? Is it like a band or
Well,
something?
well, I don't know how. I should probably explain the whole
Yeah, yeah, please do.
thing because little bits and pieces of it don't really make any sense because as a whole story, it kind of it developed. So a few years ago, I got this space here that I'm in now,
Yeah,
and I've always worked with and been friends with Jason Applin from Bennett,
Bennett, yeah, yeah,
who are a Reading band, and I drummed with them, and I produced all their B-sides. I engineered their first album.
yeah.
Um, I just filled in on drums when their drummer, their drummer was in Blue Train.
Oh, right, okay. Got all these connections.
It's like we should have. I should in the back. There should just be lots of little red lines, different pictures with pins,
Yeah,
like a conspiracy
yeah.
theorist.
The family trees by it used to be like a show. I think it was like music family trees and
Yeah,
things like.
so we got this space, and Jason
Yeah,
came to me and he said, "I've got a friend called Dyson, and he's got some music ideas." And I said, "Yeah, I'm looking to do some recording um, here.
yeah,
Let's get together and just have a play." Like Jason wanted to play bass, Dyson plays guitar, and I was obviously on drums. So
yeah,
we came in when we were just jamming. We used to come in each Thursday and have a little session, and we'd write a bit of music. Um, and we had this idea to put a concept album,
yeah,
a sort of 70s style concept album,
yeah.
which just has a theme running the whole way through it. But we didn't have a concept,
Oh,
which is
yeah, okay.
a problem. But every week when we turn up to the into here, Jason would, for the first half an hour, would just tell us the whole plot of this 1970s young adults TV show called Follyfoot that he got obsessed with and was rewatching. And then after a while, some of the lyrics he was saying, "Jason, is those lyrics about Follyfoot?" And he was going, "Yeah." So me and Dyson said to him, "Why don't you just write the whole thing, all the words about Follyfoot, and we'll make that the theme of the concept." I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay, let's do this." So we continued doing it, and we got all the songs together, and they almost were written in the order that they appear on the album, because we were kind of running through. He was watching the series, and we were doing the music. So it almost ran like that, and it just sort of fell into place. And then Jason said, "This one of the actors from Follyfoot is he's still acting. He's on the radio all the time. He's been in TV. He's called Christian Rodska,
yeah, yeah,
living in Bath." So I
yeah.
said, let's just like hire him as an actor for a day and write a script." And so Dyson, who's our kind of who's our story writer,
Yeah,
wrote the script. We booked him. He loved it. He came down in his car. He came down. We spent a few hours recording him, reading
yeah,
the script with Jason. It's sort of between him and Jason. Then we went down the pub, had lunch, and he went back home. And then we weaved that into the album. So it's
I see.
I went back and re-recorded like the theme tune in a different way as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but
I
I
thought
guess
it was like because his character there was again. I didn't see this because it was like in the 70s. This fully
yeah,
put
yeah,
thing. So, but I've read that his character is called Ron Stryker,
yeah.
and I thought this was like clips from the film. But this was actually you invited him to come along and
We invited him. We wrote
the
a
script for it.
script based on it. So what
Mhm.
happens is he can't. He turns up as Ron Stryker,
Well, yeah, yeah,
and Jason's trapped in this world, which he actually kind of was for leaving it. And then slowly, Ron Stryker turns into Christian Rodsker, and by the end, he's helping Jason
get out of it.
extricate himself from this
Yeah, yeah,
thing. So that's how it ran, and we put it together like that, and we put it
yeah,
out on Bandcamp. We got it pressed up at Seabass, and we just sold it, and it just sold really well. I
yeah.
mean,
But how did you get all these amazing
I
musicians?
don't. No, literally just by asking people. And if I tell you the key to asking to getting a musician to do something is not to ask their manager or their agent, because you'll never get anywhere like that. It's just
Yeah,
to find a direct route to them
yeah,
and um, just ask them. And often, and because a lot of musicians now have their own facility at home, you don't have to drag them into the studio. You just send them the tracks and they do their thing. They send it back. So
yeah, yeah.
I think I've only met um,
Douglas Stewart and the others.
I've never met Douglas. I've
Peter
never met
Coyle.
Gerard. Douglas is on it. I've never met.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mark Whiteside.
I've met Mark. Mark
Oh,
came
yeah,
and did a show with us. He
yeah, yeah,
sang on his tune. I've obviously met Billy Reeves.
yeah.
Who's,
Yeah. No, because like I was saying, I saw it on Facebook, and I think Jerry Love or Jared Love
yeah,
posted about it because he's got a track there. And I may be a bit biased here because Jerry Love is amazing. Like one of my favorites. But his song, um, is it Chasing Rainbows or so? No, what's it
yeah.
called?
Ray,
Rainbow Chases. Yeah, Rainbow Chases. Uh, it's my favorite of the album.
and I got my very good friend Carvis Tarabi, who I work with, and he plays in Gong. The
Oh, I see.
like,
Yeah, yeah,
I said, look, can you just write me a solo? And I explained what I wanted. I wanted like the little intro bit, and then it leading out on a solo, and he did it. He pieced it all together. It's amazing. Yeah. So the whole thing came together
wow.
fantastically. I'm so the next album, which we're currently recording,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
based on another 70s TV show called
Oh,
The Changes. We're doing a trilogy. We thought,
okay.
but Jerry's already sent his vocal in for his track,
Oh,
so,
wow.
so he's on that, and I'm gonna get Carvis to play again. We got a lot of people doing the same thing. Douglas is going to be on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Crayola Lectern is doing
yeah. Peter
a
Coyle. I mean, we love Peter Coyle of
Well,
the
yeah,
Lotus Eaters. We
that
love him in the
I think
Philippines.
he was pretty much the first singer we got, because we
Wow.
had the idea. He got back to us and he was like, "Yeah," and yeah, that's a
Let me just sort of like read the sticker that you've got here because it's like featuring members of BMX Bandits, Art Brute. I'm not really familiar with them. Mercury Rev, Embrace. You've got Embrace as well. Gong, Midlake, Evil Blizzard, The Sundays, Slow Dive, Bennett, The Lotus Eaters, Teenage Fan Club, and the Medieval Babes. I mean, it's like Of course, I'll buy this record if it's got all those people in it. But it's just the marketing of it, though. It's a bit um weird. How did you sort like because you did shows as well with Swansea Sound, which I've not heard of. I
Hmm.
never got to hear of that um gig. And also there's another one where you actually did the full album in
Yeah, we've done that a few times with, and it has a film that runs along to it that
yeah,
we put together. So, and then we run in on using track because
yeah,
very sadly Christian Rodriguez died a couple of years ago.
yeah.
Um, he never, his family were really happy when we finished the album. They loved it. Very, very supportive, but sadly, he never heard the final
Oh
product.
no.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
but
shame.
he does perform through the miracles of technology on the
Yeah,
live shows. So we do actually run it like the full album
yeah,
with a film, and we're going to
yeah.
do that for the next album as well. So yeah,
So when you did the shows last year, so was it sold out? Because it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
and they mainly local people or something. Because it's I really didn't get to hear about it.
I've got a rule. Nobody in the band gets guest list.
Oh,
If you want guest list, you've got to buy them a ticket and give it to them.
yeah, of course, yeah, yeah. No,
So it cost me a fortune.
no, because those who missed out on the first issue of Follyfoot 71 to 73, I mean, they're really, it's, there's good news is Last Night from Glasgow is going to reissue it next year.
That's
And
good. Well, they've reissued it already, but I don't think it's been delivered yet. So
no, not yet, no, yeah.
that's good news. But then there's more bad news that it already sold out again.
That's right. Yeah, that's the only thing is it's sold out again. But you're coming up with the two more albums, so
Yeah.
hopefully those. And then the second one has got Jerry Love again, so which is definitely I've got to get a copy of that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
If you're just curious and you want to hear what it's like, I'm not sure if the digital form is on Last Night from Glasgow. You'd have to check that out, but it's definitely on Bandcamp.
the Jim Canavan Camp. Yeah, yeah. You'll have the full album there.
The full album's there, and
Right.
there's
Yeah,
some other bits and pieces as well. And at
yeah.
the moment, because of the way it is, when you use when you digitally download it, it's just got side A and side B. So
Oh,
you
I see.
can't. But what I'm going to do, it was sort of like a bit of a statement that we were making, saying, look,
Yeah,
we don't. There are individual tracks, but this is a piece of work. We'd prefer it that you put it on at the beginning and listen to it until the end.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, but what I will put the digital versions of each track up so that you can listen to individual tracks quite
yeah.
soon. I'm going to
And
do.
it's people can buy it as well as a digital download.
Can
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
So
importantly, it's not on
yeah,
Spotify. Don't look on Spotify.
yeah, Bandcamp only on the Gymkhana Bandcamp. So are there going to be gigs to promote this reissue and maybe next year with the new album as well?
Definitely next year. Nothing this year, but next year we're gonna. Ian already wants us to do something up in Glasgow. I think playing the whole album.
Wow, that would be brilliant.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we play both albums.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
And then you'll have the singers to sort like go and join you if
exactly,
it's in Glasgow.
we get Douglas and we get Jerry and
Yeah, yeah,
what we do is if we get the people at the gigs, we use them. If not, we've got enough singers within the band to cover them.
yeah, yeah. Because the one with Mark Whiteside as One-Sided Horse. I mean, I follow him as well on social media. I didn't get to hear that. It's almost like a secret thing, you know. It's like this the Jim Connor group or something.
Um, the thing is, we don't really, because we're not relying on it. It's really, we just did it for fun. There was
Yeah,
no other reason. So to try and explore those areas of making it mysterious, who are these people? How has this happened? Kind of keeping a lot more questions than answers. I think
yeah,
that's wrong. The problem with bands now is they think they need to give everybody everything or they won't be interested. But I think the opposite is true. I think if you have a bit of mystery,
yeah,
if they
yeah.
can't see you like doing Pilates in your front room and having a coffee, I mean, more
Yeah,
interested in what in your music.
yeah. I mean, it's like with me. Um, it's because I got you to say yes to guesting on Ask the Drummer. So I googled you, and I looked at. I did some research so I can put my script up. Ask you things because
Mm.
there's so many musicians that I love and so many drummers that I want. So like, I can't just so like say, okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up so and so if I haven't got like a purpose or a reason to do it. But because I did, and then I saw that, oh my god, of course it's a gym kind. And forgive me for so like thing, but this is why I started as the drummer is because they don't get the spotlight
I think
as,
that's yeah,
as much as the singer and the guitarist.
and the drummer is always the most interesting person in the band.
That is true, definitely.
Yeah, they just can't be bothered because they want to go to the pub after the gig. So, like, yeah, you do the interview, but yeah, go to the pub with the drummer. That's what you want to do. Where the fun is. Hang out with the guitarist if you want.
No, I'm really glad. I'm really thankful to Chris Reeves for uh, Billy Reeves, sorry, not Chris, Billy Reeves for telling me about you and giving me your contact details. So at least I was
No,
able
it's a
to.
pleasure. Honestly, yeah. I mean, like we do, you just have to ask people, and if they say
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
that. But if they say yes, then it's it can be
This is
really fun.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you that don't go to their managers or the the record companies.
Yeah, no. Whenever
Yeah.
I've been a like, it's just more pain than you could ever.
Because sometimes, I mean, I have experienced it as well. That I'll go to a gig and I'll ask the drummer, but then it has to be approved by the record
Just
company or like,
give up then. Just pack up, go home.
yeah. I'm also going to say that Billy Reeves' song and that's really good. Bite the Bit?
Bite the bit.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So that's kind of goes into um, a bit of fox hunting uh, theme there because there's part of that in the thing.
yeah.
But going back to the name of the band, the Gymkhana. A Gymkhana is like a fete with horses, like a fair for
Oh, okay.
kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And they have like games with horses and things. So
yeah.
it's a country sport. But we would have them in Lymington when I was a kid.
Oh, I
In the
see.
New Forest, we always had gymkhanas.
Yeah, because even even the quality of it, it's almost like an old sleeve, like an old album sleeve, maybe a
Yeah,
folk band in the 70s or
we are a bit obsessed with old folk stuff like Stackridge and uh, National Health, the band National Health, not the service.
okay. Yeah, it's like, is it Fairport Convention or something like that? Is
Fairport
that
Connection, yeah, they're big and Steel Eye Span, who I've worked with.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
still I span, yeah, yeah,
all these sort of things that Gentle Giant, and they're going back to Gentle Giant are like the most incredible prog band you'll ever hear. They're kind of like the masters of it, if you like.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and Ray Shulman, who was in Gentle Giant, produced the first Sundays album.
That's I don't know. I should really look more into the credits for this kind of thing.
And
Yeah.
sadly, he died, but
Oh, yeah,
um,
yeah.
his brothers still alive. They were the two brothers in Gentle Giant. They were a massive influence on us. Jethro Tull as well. There's a lot of Tull influence. So it's kind of, but it's an indie album because we can't really do anything apart from indie music. We try and do sort of prog music, but
Yeah, yeah,
it ends up sounding like indie. So it's sort of like prog inspired indie music.
yeah, yeah. So this is different from the Sundays.
Very different from the
It's
Sundays.
very different from the Sundays. It's almost like, if you're gonna go back to the Sundays. And
If they want to come and play on it as well, I will ask them again. But yeah, if they want to do anything,
because you've got two more albums that's coming up, so it
exactly.
would be nice to have Harriet Wheeler's voice on it.
Got the whiteboard over there with the next album nearly all written, and quite a lot of it's recorded. I just need to find time because I put everything together in the studio. We work on it all
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
and then I kind of pull all the strands together.
It's just absolutely amazing. So you never really asked them to go down to your studio. They just sent you the files, and then
Very few, yeah. We've had a few musicians come in and do sessions, but generally, no.
Yeah.
They do it at home in the comfort of their own home and send
Yeah.
it.
And
Oh,
you've got a new single. We Want Dave. Again, that's sold out.
so that was originally was going to be on the album, and it has a very different theme, a lyrical theme to it. So it didn't really fit on the album. So we took it off and we moved things around on the album a little bit, just lengthwise. And then we thought we don't want to lose this because it's really fun.
Yeah.
So we made it into a standalone single.
Yeah, yeah. And that's sold out, I believe. I mean, I think it was Last Night from.
No, that's definitely not sold out. I've got a whole.
Oh, is it not sold out? Because Last Night from Glasgow is also selling it on their site.
Yeah, I sent him a box. Is it sold out with them?
I think from Last Night from Glasgow, that's sold. That's why I thought that's also another one that's sold out.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, because that's Dave. What's his name? Dave Hill from.
Dave Hill. Yeah, he's not
from Slade.
He appears on it at the very beginning, just explaining what a lounge is to an interviewer.
But this one is still available on your Bandcamp.
You can get it for digital download. There's a couple of versions of it, I think, on there. And the 7-inch vinyl is now residing with Last Night from Glasgow.
Yeah. I need to go there. Next time I'm in Glasgow, I need to go there and get a copy of it. I mean, I'm lucky that I've managed to get a copy of the album last year. So, but anything to do with Jerry Love, it's like when he posted about, gotta get this. I mean, I'm not really sure what it's about, but
Well, that's the thing. We're all fans of the people who are on the record.
Yeah.
So it's just so nice to have him on now.
Yeah.
New records. So we just love it.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to having seen you live, either the Gymkhana or Damien Lewis. I mean, you don't play though for Damien Lewis.
I'm not playing with Damien Lewis.
Okay. But hopefully, if they're doing a Manchester one, hopefully you'll be there. But yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to the Gymkhana one, and fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get a Sunday's reunion someday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hope.
Right. Well, before I let you go, because I did say it's just for now, I've got five regular questions that I ask
Sure.
our guests. So the first one is, I know you've had like prolific career producing. I forgot. Do you want to just like talk about being a producer as well and sound engineer? Because that's the one thing that I forgot. I haven't asked you about that yet.
Yes, sound engineer. Well, so if we try and do it quickly, at the end of the 90s, um, I was with the audience and we got dropped by a major record company, whatever's. And it was very hard to get back into another band after that. The record companies weren't really signing anyone. So I started doing sound, and I very quickly got into the folk world. And I started doing Steel Eye Span, um,
Yeah, yeah,
John Martin with Danny Thompson,
yeah,
and I did a. Um, I don't think I did anything with Fairport, but I did stuff around with Maddie Pryor. Did lots of tours with Maddie Pryor, and then my friend Simon Raymond, who runs Bella Union Records
yeah.
from the Cocktails,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he said, "Oh, you're doing sound, I hear." And I go, "Yeah, it is." He said, well, I've got a label, and I need someone to take bands out on the road and do their sound for them. So the first band I did for him was Midlake on their
Oh, right.
album. So I did Midlake, John Grant, the Deers, uh, Howling Bells,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
33 with uh, yeah. And then I worked with sort of other people. I worked with Newton Faulkner, Mercury Rev. I do now. So this
yeah,
year I worked with already um, Midlake, Deers, still.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm going to be doing some stuff with Mercury Rev, and I work with Gong,
Oh,
um,
sweet. So
psychedelic rock.
you stopped playing drums like
I
then?
I've never really stopped playing drums, but I stopped earning a living from playing drums, which
Playing.
is
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
d- I- in the 90s, that was how I made money, but it stopped being that case. But I play drums all the time now.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah. Yeah. Because another drummer who's a brilliant drummer and also doing sound engineer now that came to mind is Richie Dempsey. But I think
Hmm.
he's now back with a great leap forward doing drums for them as well. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
he's a brilliant sound engineer. I'm sure you are a brilliant sound engineer as
You
well.
really find when you're talking to sound engineers, most of them were drummers.
Oh, right. Okay. Because you do need them. You do need a good sound engineer to make the band sound. That's the one thing I've noticed though. You've got to have a band should have a good relationship with the sound engineer.
Yeah, you kind of become like with Gong.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sort of I work with them as much as anything on the on making the show, the different
yeah,
bits of it sound wise. So
yeah.
yeah, kind of part of the creative side of it. That's what I like because I don't like going out just as a tour manager because you're just sort of doing all the admin, which is the worst part. You're not
See.
tour. I love
So
just
were you a tour manager before? Were you?
I I I'm a reluctant tour manager. So
Okay.
if I have to, then I'll do it. But I can't. Yeah,
Yeah. Who
I,
did you
I give
tour
the
manage?
band a hard time if they.
No. Right. So which bands did you tour manage at the time? That were like,
I tour managed Sufjan Stevens. He was really lovely.
oh,
Um, and I haven't done many where I've just tour managed, thankfully.
okay.
But
Right.
sometimes I do both. I do the sound and tour managing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, well, I know it's like what, an hour and a half. So, right, the five regular questions that I always ask our guests. So, first one is if you could drum for any band, either past or current, which band would it be? apart
Wow.
from the Sundays and apart from the Gymkhana.
Um, I would have loved to be. I would have loved to be good enough to drum with Steely Dan, but
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I used to play along to the records all the time. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but uh, Blair Cunningham's one of my favourite drummers. He was with Haircut 100. They're playing.
Haircut 100. Oh
Yeah,
my God, he's amazing. Yeah, I saw them recently. Wow. I've
I'm
actually, yeah, I've actually asked Nick Hayward, and I think their manager got in touch, and I sent them the information. I haven't heard anything from them yet. It could be a case of that.
I know them a little bit. So, yeah, I'll, I'll, I'll give it a push if I can.
Oh, please, thank you so much. Well, so are you a fan of Steely Dan? 'Cause-
I am a fan of Steely Dan. Yeah, me and Carvis from Gong we talk a lot about Steely Dan.
wow,
Yeah,
yeah. Because last week, it was last, no, not last Sunday, but Thursday, I think it was. No, no, two episodes ago. The drummer for Jeff Baxter of
Jeff.
Jeff Skunk Baxter of Steely Dan. I think he's like the guitarist. So he's doing solo. He's doing solo things, and the drummer for him, he was on the show. And I remember when I spoke to someone about, I'm going to have Mark Damon, his name is, on the show, and he plays drums for Jeff Baxter, who was in Steely Dan. And I said, God, he must be really good. Because if you're,
I,
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what the drumming for Steely Dan is like, but
it's got some aspects of the Sundays sound because it's very precise, and although I couldn't do a lot of the Steely Dan stuff, but it's got that precision. So a lot of sort of very tight hi hat and
yeah,
nice, you know,
yeah,
taste stuff. It's not sort of rocking out, but it's
yeah.
tasteful.
I mean, I know you're very busy, but have you ever thought about maybe doing a Steely Dan tribute? A tribute band with you playing drums?
Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I think get to Asia and then I'll just have to, yeah.
Yeah, you need to find musicians so like do it justice and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I might do if Harry and Dave don't do anything soon, I might do a Sundays tribute band.
Oh, I realized that there is actually a Nearly Dan. I think
Nearly
that's
done. Yes, yeah, I'm sure there's a few. I'd actually like to go and see one. I might try.
yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. Next question. When you play drums, do you do any tricks? Like, do you twirl and
No.
maybe no? Okay. Is- so is that something that you're not really interested in doing?
It's in that, and I find it slightly annoying when people do that. I'd rather they just play drums, but if they want to, if they've got.
Yeah. Well, so like prog rock drummers, they used to do lots of.
I don't know if prog drum. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think they're too busy to do that.
All right.
If
Well,
you do tricks, then you obviously got too much time on your hands.
what do you think of drum solo though?
It's not like I was saying. Yeah, like the drum solo. Steve Gadd's drum solo on Ajar is obviously just legendary. And there's a story where he had played it 6 months before in a session, and he was in the studio where they were mixing it, and they said, "Hey, come and listen to this." He went in and he listened to the track to Ajar, and he said, "That drummer's kick ass." And I went, "Well, that's you." He goes, "Oh, is it?" And he'd forgotten he played on that track.
Oh,
Yeah.
has it ever happened to you? So like listening to the Sundays, is it whoa? Because when I go to a gig, and I don't know why, but I always say this, that there should be a drum solo at every gig.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I
I
think
like
people love it.
I like Ringo Starr's only drum solo, which is ba-doom, ba-doom,
Oh,
ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. That's basically it. It's like, yeah,
yeah. Well,
get it
there's
over.
there's a band that I saw Friday night. I think Friday night. A band called the Bevis Front. Um, I don't know if you've heard of them, but so when the guy with the singer was introducing the band members, I've just recorded the drummers because when he said, "Okay, this is a drummer," I think Dave Pierce, I think his name is. So I just thought, wow, this should happen at every gig because people just really love it. It's like I think he got the best sort, like the loudest clap anyway. So,
Yeah, of
but,
course.
or maybe it's just me, but I don't know. Maybe I just love seeing drummers sort of like do their bit. Yeah. Okay, so next one is, do you have any drumming heroes?
Funnily enough, I think my biggest drumming hero isn't even a drummer. He's would be Stevie Wonder
Oh, right, yeah. My,
because
yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
I think he just his playing on like I think it's him on Superstition. Just like and he
Yeah,
plays the song. You can tell that he's playing the song, which is what I like to hear when I hear a drummer.
yeah, yeah,
Un- Unlike later drummers who have played with Stevie Wonder, who just like play their own thing. Stevie played the song, and he's my drumming hero. Also Blair Cunningham and
yeah.
and Zeke Manika from Orange Juice.
Oh my God,
Uh,
I love
they're
Zeke.
my top three
Yeah, yeah.
drummers.
I'd love to meet Zeke Manika someday because
Yeah.
he lives in God, what's it called now? Somewhere down south. And they do gigs there sometimes. And
Really?
I said to myself, sometimes I will go there just to meet Zeke Manika. So, it's like-
I'll come with you. Yeah.
yeah, he's brilliant. I was going to ask you something about, the very first, I think it's the second or third episode, or maybe fourth episode, first episode of Ask the Drummer in 2021. That's when I found out that Stevie Wonder played drums on Superstition. I
Mm,
didn't know that at all. I didn't know that he's a drummer
yeah.
until I got told by a drummer that yes,
Yeah. I think he just could play anything.
yeah, it's fantastic. Right, next one is have you in all these years that you've been playing drums, have you ever had any disasters or drumming accident?
Oh, there was one. I think when we first started playing. Uh, what's this? I think it's the second track on the album,
Yeah.
and I started it and I kind of forgot how it went, and it was like I was panicking, and then I ended up just managing to get into it and play it, and I did that about 2 gigs, and then in the end I had to like score it out just so that I could read it when I was like
Yeah.
doing it. But the first when it happened, someone came up to me and said, "Oh, the rest of the band really messed you up on that bit, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah, they did. Yeah." So
So,
I blamed the rest of the band. Yeah, but um,
oh wow. Yeah, so it's them that's all. Not you. Do you know when they do set lists and things? Um, um, oh, you're still there, right? Hello?
oh, we're back.
Yeah, you're still there. Yeah. Do you know when they do set lists? Because sometimes, I've noticed this at gigs sometimes when the singer announced a different song from what everybody's got. Sometimes the drummer will be like, he's starting a different song, and how do the band members actually so like make sure that everyone's doing the same thing?
Oh, yeah, you got to have that list. Sometimes things might change, but I think Bob Dylan used to just sort of say the name of the song just before he started it. There was no set list, and his band would just all need to be just sort of ready to go.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm. But
See,
I
that's
mean,
why I'm a big fan of musicians. There's no way I could do things like.
if it was a new band and a new song or something, you'd hum the first bar to me. Okay, and it's or if you don't know the tempo, just kind of start it in a.
But it's the drummer who actually starts it. He actually makes sure that this is good. You know, when they do, I love it when drummers actually do what with their sticks and then yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the time now. I mean, a lot of bands you'll see they've got it all going on in their ears anyway. They've got click tracks and stuff
Oh
going.
yeah, yeah. So
But
that's how they know. Right, okay, final question now is what would be your advice to aspiring drummers?
just play as much as you can. Find
Yeah.
find a place you can play. You can practice all the time. Just play as much as you can, and with as many people as you can. And if someone asks you to play, just do it. So yeah,
That's brilliant. Yeah, that's very good. Well, thank you so much for saying yes to Ask the Drummer. I really enjoyed it. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Sunday's reunion someday. Hopefully they'll, realize that, yeah, we've got to do it one more time.
yeah.
And I'm also looking forward to the Gymkhana um, tour next year.
The
The new
tour.
one. Yeah,
Wow.
tour. Not just one gig at all. Thank you very, very much. And hopefully I'll get to meet you someday as well. I'll
Yeah,
bring my records and get you to sign
I'm gonna see Zik Manik and I'll come down.
well, I haven't got £500 to sort of like give you for so I'm hoping you'll just sign it for me without
Yeah,
without paying you any money. But thank you so much, and I really enjoyed it. I'm really honored that you said yes to Ask the
no problem.
Drummers.
Well, it was fun.
All right, take care. So I see you again. All
See
right,
you. Bye.
bye. See ya. Bye. Oh my God! Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us live, and thank you, Joe McCaffrey. I'm really glad that you were there to tell us who the drum, the engineer or producer John Peel Sessions, and he's a drummer as well. Dale Buffin Griffin. That's it. Um, Again, thank you so much to Billy Reeves for the introduction. I'm really happy right now because wow, he's so amazing. I really enjoyed this episode, and I hope my friends in the Philippines. I mean, let's not lose hope. I think we're very good in praying. So let's all pray that there will be a Sunday's reunion someday. Hopefully. I mean, they're still making music, and Harriet and they've been to uh, Patch Hannan's studio. So you'll never know. Maybe there'll be new material. Maybe. Right. Thank you so much. And I'll be back on Sunday evening with another amazing, a young drummer from Stockport, from a local band. I'm really excited to to talk to him and find out more about this band. Because, we don't just sort of like talk to established and amazing drummers like Patch Hanan. We also like to talk to new ones, new bands, and because they'll be like the future of music, and they'll be like future drumming legends. So it'll be good to find out what they're doing now that they're just starting. So hopefully I'll see you all again next no this Sunday at 7 p.m. So please do keep an eye out for the guest announcement post on the Ask the Drummer page. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your day and your week. And hopefully, it's an exciting one. Like, I've got an exciting gig as well. I just wanted to announce that there's going to be a new book about the Smiths. It's the people's history or the people's stories about the Smiths and how they got into it. And I'm so pleased. It's a book by Ian Key. I'm so pleased that I've got an entry in that book. I told them my story about how I moved to Manchester and how I got obsessed from, well, let's just say passionate, not really obsessed, but I got very, very passionate about Manchester, everything Manchester, and about the Smiths, because of them, and also because of the Stone Roses as well. When I was, in my young adult stage, but yeah, when I was a teenager, I was a big fan of the Smiths, and I heard them in the Philippines, and I told them my story. It's in the book. It's called "It's Time the Tale Were Told," and there's going to be a book launch at Salford Lads Club on Thursday. If you haven't got, I think they've released some more tickets because it's sold out. Um, After they've announced it. So there'll be more tickets, I think, if you're interested in going to see uh, the book launch at Salford Lads Club. So I hope to see you there. And also Wax and Beans in Berry, the Embrace, actually members of Embrace are, they're part of this Gymkhana one. I don't know which one though, but yeah, Embrace are doing two gigs at Wax and Beans at the Met in Berry. It's well, there's a matinee gig and there's an evening gig. I'm going to both actually, so hope to see you there again. And that's it. So see you all on Sunday. As always, love music, love life, love drummers. Thank you so much to Pat Hannan of the Sundays and the Gymkhana and the audience as well. I'm really grateful for him doing the Ask the Drummer. So see you all again soon. Take care always, my dear friends. So bye for now. Bye.